gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for the WBM podcast. This is one of your hosts. It's your boy, Merk.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy, X-Man.
This is your boy, Oscar in the mix.
In the mix.
Tell him, Merk.
Guys, we got a fun one for you today.
We're going to talk about a show I was catching on HBO Max, The Pit.
For all those of you guys who haven't seen it, we're also going to be talking about
A little bit of football. Or football loose.
And if you guys love musicals, I know you do. If you're a Disney fan, you're going to like this one. Not really, I'm just kidding. But there's some Megan in the possible mix. Maybe we'll throw it around in a circle. Who knows?
Stick around. It might just be another night in
Sunset Boulevard.
Let's go!
I'm so glad you said that because I was going to say that too. It's just another night.
Dude, that was awesome. You guys, I didn't know that's where we're going.
We're going to have to play out the scene, you know?
Oh, bro.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. McGill.
There you go.
Anyways, I'm back in the studio this week. If you've been following us, our last episode, I was on the road. I was in Chicago,
man.
Chirac, Chi-Town.
Love
so many names. The Windy City. It really is windy out there. I'll tell you what.
I tell you what.
And they have snow out there, which is wild.
Damn, isn't it spring?
Oh, yeah. They snowed like a couple of days when I was there. Chicago was cool. For the people, for all the nerds out there, Chicago is the only place that has a Gundam base, a permanent Gundam base store in the United States of America.
I had no idea. That's actually pretty cool.
It's the first Gundam base in America.
We'll put the more you know thing here for you.
Yeah. I got a couple of Gundams here, but these are not from the Gundam base. I was on the road. Like I took like one checked-in bag and one, carry-on. I was like, where the fuck am I going to put all these Gundams? But I did buy like 3 Gundams, 3 waifus, 3 little mini figure arts, a desktop mat, a fucking keychain.
Damn, this guy said I had to go run to the post office. I got to mail some shit off.
I bought some Gundam shit. It was cool, man. So I'll post some of the stuff on social media. I don't have it hanging with me, but once I finish some builds, I'm gonna start posting them on social media.
Love it.
Very nice.
Guys, stay tuned.
Chicago was cool. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about Chicago. Y'all ever been to Chicago?
I have been to Chi-Town. I've been to the University of Illinois, McDonald's University, Notre Dame.
You been up there?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, for LULAC. That Latin American citizens, baby. Shout out.
Shut up.
But yeah, man, I had a great time, man. As a kid, we went up there. They were all about like college introductions.
Okay,
and stuff like
I had never tried actual Chicago dip dish. Did you try Chicago dip dish, where it's like a fucking like casserole dip dish?
I wanted to, bro. I've always wanted like a real one, not no bullshit that we have down here.
I mean, we're talking about deep.
How I do in your butter.
Oh, yeah. Deep, like.
Yeah, keep going, bro. Keep going. Yeah, that's what she says. Come on, let's go.
And, the waitress comes. I went to this place called Giordano's. It's becoming like a chain over there, though. They already have like a bunch of locations, but it's supposed to be one of the really good place. And the waitress comes and she'll like pick up a slice and lift it.
Oh, with the big ass cheese pool, right?
That's cool.
Yeah,
Hey, that's sick.
So she lifts the slice and you get the cheese pool. And I got to record it and everything. You got to do that tourist shit.
You're making me hungry.
You got to do
Damn.
that tourist shit every now and then.
That's cool, dog. Yeah, I seen that trend on that TikTok. Yeah, it looks cool. Man.
And the last time I did, I went to go flick the bean.
Hey,
you know what?
Someone says you got to flick
settle
the bean.
down.
They say there's a person in there.
No, the big bean in Chicago is like a chrome bean. The actual name of it is the cloud gate. Oh, it's not as hard to find as people.
I thought they called it the clitoris.
Really?
It's a lot easier to find there than you would think.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Or for some people, anyways. But yeah,
it's somewhere at the top, right?
I came up to be. I flicked the bean. I knocked on the bean. I like went around the bean.
For some reason, there's power to the bean. You know.
He did an Eskimo kiss to the bean.
There's a conspiracy that somebody's living inside the bean.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how big this motherfucker was.
It's massive, right?
It's like huge. It's like bigger than this room.
It's like it's like
way bigger than a small New York apartment.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always thought you could go inside of it and under it and kind of touch the top of it, but no, it's like
you can't really.
No, you can't.
How tall is it? Like a little bit, like from your hand, or like?
Nah, it must be like 10 feet, 11 feet.
From where
like
your hand can't reach
at the center.
Damn.
No, from the like 10
From the
feet
highest
tall.
point,
Yeah.
it's like 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
maybe a lot higher than that. I don't know.
That's interesting, bro. Wow, I had no idea. I didn't know it was
No,
that big.
that bean is big, bro.
That's a big bean.
I'm glad you flicked it, buddy.
And if you you gotta go all around that bitch, you know.
Some people would call that Brazilian. I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. I would never. No.
Anyways, made some connects over there in Chicago. Look out for the collabs coming up. But in the meantime, on the flight back, I was looking for something to watch. It was a 3-hour fucking flight. Do you guys watch movies on flights? What do you guys do?
Sleep, because the
Movies.
white noise just like I go under. It's like a hypnosis to me.
Word? Nah, bro. I hit the
white noise does.
I hit the hookah with the bazooka, and I watched
hookah with the bazooka. God,
R.I.P. my granny. You know what I'm saying? And but not-
Horses don't stop.
Thank you, God. For our other episode. Anyway, I watch movies, bro. I'm like, oh shit, I just saw this, but I want to watch it again on a plane. Why not? But you fly mundanely though. Like it's not even like a fun thing to you anymore, right? Like it's more of like a going to the doctor's office for you at this point, right?
Yeah, man.
Both of y'all, yeah.
As much as I've flown in the past year, it's crazy how like you do get used to it.
Yeah, I remember when I was flying a lot in high school, bro. Like you're like, oh, all right, just go. It's part of the process. Here we go again.
I remember being nervous about flying.
Yeah.
Being kind of scared of flying because I was like, man, if I'm not driving the thing, I'm scared.
Right.
Like with a car, I can't like take somebody else driving because I'm like, this motherfucker don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
I'm like, this motherfucker riding the plane, what the fuck? I would have like put up the fucking auxiliary like 3 minutes earlier. Okay, I play Microsoft Simulator. Anyways.
We can do this, bro.
We can do it. Anyway, I couldn't find anything to watch. Somebody recommended a show on HBO Max called The Pit. And it turns out it's a really good show, guys. So
I've heard about it.
I'm only like 6 episodes in to the first season. Second season is like currently like out like episode to episode.
How many episodes per season, of curiosity?
I think the first season was 15 or 14 or 15. And I think the second season is actually going to be 14 and 15. So it's a very realistic doctor show. I really like the main character. The actor is called Noah Weil because he was in a little sci-fi show called Falling Skies.
Oh, I've heard about Falling
Yeah,
Skies.
he was the main in Falling Skies. I
Okay.
think he really, really good job with that. And this show, he's the main character again. He's the main doctor. So the concept is it's a ER. It's
Shit.
The pit. The pit is what they call the hospital in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So it's a very central hospital in Pittsburgh, and it's a ER, and it's like packed in there, and you know, like they show the waiting area, they got it's packed with patients ready to go in, and it's just this big commotion and the hustle and bustle of the ER. But what really sold me on it is that every episode is like an hour, like the whole season is one shift.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
One shift is one season?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, dog.
Yeah, so it starts at 7 a.m. when he's walking into his shift, and then hour 2 is 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m.
Oh, every hour this is transpiring.
Yeah, so you remember 24?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's 24, but in the ER. And
Very
I think it
cool.
works better because 24 sometimes was like, come on, he's not going from Mexico to fucking Canada in 1 hour. Anyways.
Plot hole.
But in the ER, it works because it
And
kind
30
of...
minutes later, we were arresting the president.
Yeah. In the ER, it kind of works because he's going from looking at this patient to looking at this patient to, hey, we got a gunshot wound coming in, and GSW, as they call it.
GSW, gunshot wound.
Gunshot wound coming in. We got this patient that we got to check out. There's interns because it's a teaching hospital. So you got the interns, you got the residents, you got the first years, you got the second years. And we're keeping up with everybody within this shift.
Very
And I think that's a really cool concept.
I really like that. It's such a good show that, believe it or not, quick sidebar, the show Scrubs, first episode of the new season, it literally, I think, pays homage to The Pit
I'm gonna
because
check it out.
the first episode is like there's a gunshot victim who's coming in through the doors. Everybody's like, all right, get into positions. They all have
Give
the
me
shit.
this.
Yeah,
Stat
get-
CC.
They need to go and
They
set
do
a
all that.
line.
They do all that.
It's just like, okay,
This needle.
Yeah,
he's stable.
They do all that.
Great job, Dr. Dorian. And then you start seeing like big titty bitches in the background. He's like, I am a great doctor. And then it goes into our scrub shit. But it's like, I thought it was very cool again that I'm like, oh man, this show could still work if it was set up like this too, bro. You know?
That's
But they're like,
awesome.
okay, cool. We're going to let these guys have their moment. Like, that's their thing.
That's
but just
true,
want to
bro.
let you know, I think this shit's really cool too. Like, I just thought it was cool, man.
No, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
From the reviews that I read, it's pretty realistic because sometimes it's hard to like make doctor shows realistic.
Yes.
But it seems very realistic so far. They show everything. Like they brought in a patient who got run over by the subway, by the metro.
Oh, shit.
So her leg got run over. So her leg was like completely like, and it's all bloody and stuff. And they just fucking rearrange it, and it's like, oh. They show like cutting into another one, getting ready to prep for the OR. They show people get pissed on.
Damn.
Yeah.
This R. Kelly video? What happened? That's wild.
That's 10 minutes into the shift. That's 10 minutes into getting the coffee
I mean,
machine.
there's
I haven't even clocked in yet.
One of the medical students is his first year, like, or he's the first year at the ER.
He's a first year intern, yeah.
He got pissed on, he got bloodied on, and then he got bloodied on again. And he already had to change scrubs like 4 times in the first 4 hours. So we'll see what happens by the end of the shift.
Believe it or not, interns actually have to unpack like the most assholes out of any other profession. Just so you're aware.
That's why I keep mine clean for your mom.
Fun
You know-
scrubs fact. Just so you know.
As a matter of fact, way back when, like years ago, I wanted to be an EMS. I wanted to be a paramedic or paramedic. And I took that class at Lone Star College. I took the EMS like 6 months to be an EMT.
Shout out LSC.
And I got my basic EMT certification.
Oh shit.
But when I went to go do my ride along, or what do they call them? My
Yeah, it's a ride along. That's exactly what they call it. Yeah.
there's a specific word for it. I forgot at the top of
The
my
thing
head.
your mom does is called a ride on it, but
So you do a 12-hour shift riding along in the hospital and the ambulance and stuff.
bro, they have that in scrubs too. Dr. Cox does. Remember, he had to do a 24-hour shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because the hospitals and everybody else, they do 12, 15-hour shifts. It's crazy. So the right, it's not right on. I can't remember the word. It's a 12-hour shift. All I saw, I mean, these people are heroes. I mean, it just wasn't for me because all I saw was fucking vomit and feces.
It's a lot, man. I
just,
commend those people, man.
Mostly old people.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly, like a big percentage of just taking care of old people, and which is cool. I mean, nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's not what you see on TV. It's not what you see on TV at all.
Scrubs does a good moment of that, man. It says that he's like modern medicine. It helps people survive that should have died a long, long time ago.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I mean, it has these big moments about, keeping an old guy. You keep him on a breathing machine, even though intubating somebody really hurts them and he's not comfortable. Why would you keep somebody that's 80 years old on a breathing machine? So it goes into the ethics of all that. It's crazy. It's crazy what the people in the medical industry have to go through. Like I said, it wasn't for me. Like, I actually got my EMT basic certification. I went through the whole semester. And at the end of the day, when I went out there and did my... I forgot. But you do it at the end of the semester to get the thing. I realized, hey, this is not for me.
And a lot of people, unfortunately, that's how they realize it's not for them. Like, they don't know until they do it.
Yeah, because you can only learn so much in the classroom.
And you can do great in class, but then when the pressure comes on, you don't have a private room. You don't get additional time. You don't get your cheat sheet guide.
Because you got to do the practicals, and in the moment, you got to think about, like, okay, how many things could be wrong with this patient?
Yep. That's a lot.
And, like, many mistakes could lead to, like, a patient dying. So it's a lot of pressure, too.
Absolutely. But like I said, that's why a lot of people, unfortunately, like they'll spend the money, go through all the medical school, get to internship or, and then they'll drop out because of the pressure, which is crazy.
Shout out to everybody that's in the medical field.
Shout out to the heroes, man.
I
real.
know,
It's
for
a tough
sure.
profession.
For sure, nurses. Y'all are
The real MVPs.
Y'all are wild. Y'all like
Red
to party.
flags.
Y'all are red flags. But at the same
love
time, you're one hell of a green flag.
Facts. And that's all we need to worry about.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
But that's just another night in Sunset Boulevard, you know?
It's just another night in Sunset
Sunset Boulevard. So,
Segue. Oh, my turn. Yeah. So, I imagine, like, in those situations, flow state is very, important. So you need to be in the moment. So the thing about high level situations when it comes to doctors, need to be able to, from what I imagine, go right into it. But if you're a doctor, like, every day is flow state, but sometimes it takes time to develop, right? And then pretty much for my topic.
Okay, flow state. I like that idea, though, because, that flow state is finding that sweet spot between challenge and boring. So you gotta be engaged 100% of the time.
Here's my bag from last week. I told you something. It's my Garagor. My delusion. And part of the flow is like...
It's a really cool bag, though. We should see it in person.
Yeah.
So.
And part of it is like, yes, getting that sweet spot, right? So like to me, everybody has their own ritual to get into the flow state, right? So mine is like, I got it from League of Legends pretty much, which is like a development of the character called Rengar where you stack. Upon stacking, it allows me to do abilities because that is what's called my passive, right? That's what it's called. And it's simple. It's 4 stacks, right? Number 1, a simple pass is what it is. You know, you get into the game, a simple pass, because it's so simple, it's like, I did that right. So like that kind of fucks with your key. Like it boosts your ego. Like you're doing great, right? The second stack is if you do it before the first stack, it counts as 1 and 2, which is a successful long pass. Because if you do a successful long pass, you skip stack 1, jump straight to stack 2, and it builds your confidence. Like, look, you know, hey, long pass, build my confidence. And then stack 3 is win a 1v1. You know, if you jump straight to number 3, that surpasses, you know, that boosts your ego. You immediately get faster in flow state.
I think about it as XP. So first XP is a little bit. It gets you to level 1. It's a simple pass. Higher XP, a long pass, gets you to level 2. And then you're like, oh, well, if you go ahead and just kill the Pokemon, as an example, you get all the XP and you get to level 3 already.
Oh, what's the other word for some of the characters? We scale. So a lot of characters, I think about it like that, scaling within the game.
Yeah, exactly what it is. And the last one is just number 4, go for goal. Like if I score, like off the bat, and then I just bypass all 3, my confidence is off the roof.
Yeah.
And I'm closer to flow state. Once I hit my flow state, you know, domain expansion.
It should thank you.
You stink guy. All my passives, right? My cooldown is reduced by at least 33%.
Because the scaling already got up there.
His cooldown is implying that he's used this ability once, and in order for him to use it again, he needs an extended period of time in order for him to engage it again.
That's right. So like, no,
do JJK rules.
But it's a double-edged sword. Kind of like, so if I use my Q, my abilities, my R, the thing is like, because my cooldown is, I can use it faster, but I don't use mana. I use energy, right? So I can only use so much energy, but even though I have, you know, the abilities, you know, the cooldown, sometimes I don't have the energy, aka the stamina. Does get that what I'm saying? So sometimes I'm tired. I'm gonna go goalie. I'm gonna go back to base.
But once his battery is recharged within his domain, all his passes will connect.
That's right. And then what he's referring to by his W and Q are abilities that he can use in order for him to initiate or engage
the pass
on the actual enemy.
In other words.
And these are the rules of the calling game.
During my domain expansion, both teammates and opponents are amazed by the passes, so I can manipulate the trajectory.
The sorcerer.
However, because I sacrifice my ult, because I don't go for goal, I create unlimited opportunities for goal.
Because he chose a higher level augment, it allows him to use his other abilities more often.
Spamming my Q, my R, my...
And this domain will stay in effect. That's it. Until an opponent breaks that streak.
By taking the ball.
At which point, then he loses all of his stacks and starts back at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the fun of the culling games.
Well, that's the challenge, right? That's a challenge to get you back in the flow state. When you do lose your stacks, that's an interesting point. When you do lose your stacks, that's where you become challenged. And all of a sudden, your mind starts to like put in like overwork of like, hey, how can I like get that stack?
And that's the thing. And that's like the second lesson of Book with 5 Rings type shit. Is that first and foremost, you got to find your flow state, your ritual to get into the flow state. And, you know, it doesn't have to really be football. For me, it's football. But once you find your ritual for your flow state, you try to activate it as much as possible. You know, whatever it may be. Find your ritual, follow your rules of the ritual you set up in order to continually spam your flow state. And that can be whatever it may be. You know, for doctors, if they're studying their profession, they usually have a ritual before they get into their flow state. So in my lesson of the Book of 5 Rings is like, develop your ritual, find your ritual, meet the standards of your ritual in order to unlock your constant spamming the flow state. And that is the second lesson of the Books of 5 Rings type shit.
I like it. I like it, man.
I can't do that sound effect.
So lesson 1, bully your opponents. Lesson 2, find your ritual.
Oh.
That's it. That's the second chapter. Yeah.
Subpoint.
There'll be more.
Stacks.
There'll be more, guys. There'll be more.
Man, I really like the way you put that, honestly.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
That's good, man.
Appreciate you. That's all I got. Next.
So, what do you do?
Second gear.
What do you do when you haven't really finding trouble like getting to the stacks?
Let it be. Let it be.
Let it
Let it
be.
be. Let it be. Let it be. Yeah, because sometimes you gotta humble yourself and admit defeat. You know, that way you can regroup for the next stage. That's what it is. If you just can't get it, you just didn't get it. You know, you just gotta accept defeat. But when you accept defeat, you gotta accept defeat graciously. Like, how do you want to lose? You know. Because there's games where I'm overwhelmed, we're losing, we're like, all right, fine, I lost, fuck it, whatever, 10-0, whatever. So this game, because the real reason I'm here is for cardio, I'm just going to run up and down the lap, you know? And then from there, you realize you're having fun, you know, because I'm just running up and down. The game is done, you know, I'm the best player in the field because I'm just having fun with it now. I eventually, in some way or somehow, forgiven the goal. Because if the goal is to like, what do you call it? If you have a goal on it, it may disrupt other factors like the flow state because you're so like adamant. I need to get this. Yeah. I need to get this, and you may lose sight of other things along the way.
I like that. I like that a lot. That seems like a lesson that you can even apply to like life.
Sometimes you gotta know when to.
Sometimes you gotta know when to quit.
Facts, bro. You can't be fucking 50 acting like you're 25.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. And then sometimes. It's just like
Sunset Boulevard.
Who wants to say it?
No, okay.
I thought you were gonna say it.
That's our segue. Okay, then. All right, now I know. We didn't establish it.
Am I gonna say it or are you gonna say it? You're gonna say it.
I'll say it.
Okay.
Right.
Just another night.
Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
Can't be 50 acting like 25.
Yeah, bro. There goes another day.
It's Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, man. The Sunset Boulevard is, speaking of, it's Merck's Music Corner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're revisiting Merck's Music Corner. We're bringing it back.
That's right.
Bringing it back.
Season 3 or 4, I don't even know.
2.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, may have been season 2, bro. Anyway.
Because it took 3 seasons to get to this fucking play.
So the play, man, I was assigned to do a report on a specific place, Sunset Boulevard, and I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you guys real quick. And you're going to be like, man, I don't like musicals. Yes, you do, bro. If you like Disney, if you don't talk about Bruno, you know what I'm saying? If you know Recuerda, man, you know what I'm saying?
What people forget is that everybody grew up on musicals.
100%.
We all grown up on musicals.
Yeah. Even the shows, bro.
No
like
one fights like Gaston. No one hits like Gaston.
No one fucks all the... Anyway.
Triplets like Gaston.
Like Gaston. But yeah, no, man. I can
the
show you the world.
No,
Yeah,
I
bro.
will not.
Oh, wait. I'll make a man out of you. Everybody loves a musical,
What's
you
the
know what
other
I'm
one that
saying?
we started singing randomly? The Hercules one?
No chance.
No way. I won't say it, no. It's cool beside the night.
No way. I won't say it no how. Yeah, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
So that was it, man.
3 dudes singing Hercules.
100%. He's probably out cheating with me. Me with the boys.
No way.
No chance. But yeah, no, man. The musical itself was called Sunset Boulevard. It takes place in 1950 in good old Hollywood, and it falls in a time where a up and coming writer is struggling. He ends up meeting this older woman who's used to be in silent films. There's now talkies, and she's phased her way out. So she's kind of out of her.
I like that in the back of the day, like after silent films, they call the films now talkies.
Yeah,
such a fun detail.
I think it's really interesting that there was actually like there's true there were stars that were in it that just couldn't cut it in a different kind of film. They were only good at the non-speaking part, so that's why it worked for them.
Crazy.
It's so crazy. Yeah, there was just a whole series of actors that never got a chance to do anything with it. I digress. So our failed writer or our struggling writer ends up meeting this older woman who ends up having a story. She does not let him leave because she's like, I want you to work on my story. But in order for him to stay, he has to actually like stay on the property in the house and like kind of go by where she says and what's allowed by her, if he's even allowed to leave at all. To be honest, think of what's the movie we said, Stephen King?
Oh, The Misery.
The Misery. There you go. It's something like that, right? So he starts going through this the script with her, and she's super nitpicky about it, super controlling, so it takes him a whole lot longer in order to go through with it. He finally ends up finishing it. They submit it to the Paramount, and they're like, hey, we're going to wait to see what they say. By this point, he should be leaving. The chick ends up manipulating him and guilt-tripping him to be like, okay, I'll stay until we hear back. Ironically enough, on this bad script that they submitted, they still end up hearing back from Paramount. However, the main woman, her name is Norma. My main character's name is Joe. Norma does not call Paramount back. She tells Joe, yo, I'm gonna call them when I feel like it. They're calling me, obviously, right? They want my business. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Whatever she says. While this is going on, Joe steps out for a little bit and he ends up meeting Betty. And she is a woman that is introduced throughout the play in moments where she is trying to inspire Joe to basically write from the heart, based on his experience, do something inspiring and something genuine. Whenever it comes to his writing, and he doesn't really think that he can. He doesn't know if he wants to do it, but Betty ends up actually pushing him and encouraging enough where he's like, you know what, damn it, we're going to give it a shot. We'll try it. Right?
So pretty much like the old lady was like a sponsor to him, like, hey, I know you want to make it, write me a script. You can live on my roof. Hey, I'll throw you some 50-year-old Doocy if you want it. Here's some clothes. Here's some food. Here's a butler. Whatever you want, baby, just know I got you, right? But from what I'm getting, he's like, yeah, that's cool. But he also found like this other cute girl, Betty, and he's like, be poor with me, start from the bottom.
Kinda. She just wants him to write. She's not even necessarily down to be broke, but he's like, man, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to make it, right? Because this whole thing is I'm looking for a job. But even when he gets offered the job by Norma, he's like, I'm busy. Like, I got another script I'm working on right now. I don't have the time to work on this. He's like, plus I'm too expensive. I need $500 a week. And she's like, don't worry about it. I got it.
Oh, shit.
And that's when he's like, well, I don't have a place to stay. She's like, you don't have to. I got a spot for you. So there's no complaint.
It happens like organically where he like all of a sudden becomes dependent on her.
Right. Again, there's an original snare that takes place in there. Like I said, for me, I believe it's a script because it needs a lot of work. And it normally could just be blazed through, just like, okay, you don't need this, you can use this. But she chooses to drag her feet and make it difficult so they can spend more time. It's like they're forced to interact more because of that. You know what I'm saying? Since that happens, they now end up actually showing up to no, I'm a liar. New Year's Eve happens. Norma and Joe have spent enough time together at this point where she believes he's under the impression that they're throwing a party. So they do a dance. They're doing a cool little waltz together. They have a moment, and after the song is over, Joe's like, "All right, where are the rest of our guests?" She's like, "There are no guests, silly. It's just me and you because I love you." And she kisses him, and she's like 50, bro. He's like 30, right? So for him, he's like, weird. I can't do this. I gotta go.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like, nah, pump the brakes. So at this point, he takes off. He's like, I'm going to go to this party with my friends. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm finally out of this crazy-ass lady's house. He goes there. He sees Betty. Betty is like, look, I still need your help in the script. Help me out with it. He's like, okay, let's do this. At this moment, he ends up calling back to the house, and he tells Max, which is Norma's butler, he's like, yo, I need you to pack my shit. He's like, I can't help you, bro. He's like, what do you mean, bro? I just need you to grab my bags. He's like, no, I can't help you. I'm helping out the mistress right now. The deal is like, what's going on? He's like, well, she ended up finding a razor in her room, and she cut herself. And he, as soon as that line drops, the entire party that he's at, it goes off. It's a Happy New Year, right? They're noisemakers. Everybody, he grabs the stuff, immediately goes. He ends up reconciling with Norma. They embrace, they kiss, and you're like, oh shit, this is where the I love you thing comes into play. Act 2 of the play starts, and he's basically starting with a brand new white suit and this fancy-ass thing, and he's talking about all the dope stuff that he has, but it's basically because he's sold out. He's sold out to be in Sunset Boulevard. This is what it takes. He's like, but I'm not the only one. We all got to do what we got to do to pay our bills around here. He's like, some people kiss ass, some people got to do this, some people got to do that. This is what I have to do. And but hey, I got a pool. I got 27 rooms, 13 bathrooms, and and caviar and champagne for breakfast, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I made it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind that the lady cops to feel let me know every now and then. You know what I'm saying? That's how his mindset is when it comes to it. Fast forward to the play, they show up to the actual studio. Somehow away they end up getting in through coincidence, more or less or another. And when Norma tries to go and complain about her film, not complain, she's like making demands, like this is how I want it done, this and that. They leave only to find out that they were contacted not about her movie, but about her vehicle to purchase her car. So there is nobody who's trying to make a movie for her. And it was a big, kind of gut punch for the characters. Max and Joe end up finding out about this. They kind of keep it a secret from her, and they go about their business. While this is going on...
That's so crazy. What are the songs like throughout the musical?
Man, they're really... they disguise a lot of stuff as far as, like, happy-go-lucky, even though it's It's a little bit more
So it's
cynical.
like an upbeat musical.
No, it's like a darker satire kind of thing, but and it's kind of operatic, pop operatic. Think that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not a bunch of dancing, way more singing than dancing. Anything else? There are moments where they do have the musical aspect of it, but I enjoyed it, man. It was really good. It was better than what I thought. Going further, she realizes the movie isn't going to be made, or they realize it. Joe ends up falling deeper, and for Betty, she ends up confessing that she's in love with him. She's about to get married. She ends up calling off the engagement because she confesses that she loves Joe. Joe's like, all right, well, I need to try to do something about this. When Joe goes home, Norma confronts him and is like, yo, whose phone number is this and who is Betty? Right? He's like, look, I'm not even going to worry about it. I haven't done anything at this point. I won't do anything. We're good. So it should be left alone. However, the old nosy broad, Norma, as she is, she calls in the middle of the night and she calls Betty. And she's like, yo, Joe ain't who you think he is. He don't live with his mama. He don't do this for work. You better, if you want to know, well, you should ask him and just see what he says to you. And out of nowhere, Joe steps in the room. He grabs the phone. He's like, hey, you know what, sweetheart? You want to see what's really going on? Here's my address, blah, 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 Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, come here right now. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Click. And she's like, please don't be mad, Joe. You don't hate me. She's like, you can be anything else. Just don't hate me. He's like, whatever, bitch. All right, I'll see you in a minute. So then his new broad gets there. Betty gets there, and she's so confused. What's going on? He's like, look, you want some caviar? I got some champagne for you if you want, baby. He's like, you want to check out the pool in the back? She's like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, we just said we loved each other earlier. What's the deal? He's like, well, here's what it is. You're going to marry the stupid guy because that's just basically what's set up for you. And I'm going to stay here. I got a bunch of dope shit. I've acquired a lot of stuff being here. I'm not giving this up. But hey, if you want to come by and use my pool, baby, you're more than welcome to it anytime. You know, we can always come and kick it. And it's a what the fuck moment for her because she's like, that's not true. You don't need this. She's like, you can pack your shit up right now. We can go. Me and you, we can head out of here. He's like, I was hungry out there, sweetheart. I don't think you know what that's like to be hungry the way that I was. I've wanted all this and I finally got it. Why would I walk away from it? So damn, right? Yeah. What we all got to do what we got to do on Sunset Boulevard, right? So she's disgusted. She takes off. She's pissed off. And ultimately, in the end, he doesn't want to be under the control of Norma anymore. No. So he's like, look, I'm sick of this shit. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'm going to move away. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. I'm over it. And she's like, nobody leaves a star. That's why they want a star. So she goes to her room. She's crying. She comes back as Joe is walking out, and she pops his ass. Pow, pow, pow. Third time, he hits the ground. And believe it or not, this is exactly how the play began. It's him narrating his death. And he's like, you guys are probably wondering how I got here. And then that's when the play starts. Ultimately, in the end,
that's such a good, like, you know,
full circle moment
to cap the story.
The big finale for it was that Norma ends up having the police show up to her home, and she's so mentally distraught and delusional at this point. She comes out in full gear, makeup, get up, and she is surrounded by like people, police taking photos of the crime scene and stuff like that. And she's struggling to do her scene, and out of nowhere, you see Max. You find out in the story that Max is an ex-husband, first director who like really saw her from the very beginning, ended up falling in love with her and marrying her. But even after they got divorced, he still stayed around as a cuck butler just to continue to serve her because he never wanted her to give up and surrender. So at the final moment, in order for her to finish this final scene that they have for her and leave in one piece, he tells her, hey, we're acting out the final scene in your movie. We need you to go ahead. The cameras are waiting. And so she goes through her scene. She has her last little song. And that's when you hear this famous line, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. And the light solos on her. Everybody else in the background fades out. And yeah, it ends. Story goes. It's very sad. There is no happy ending, unfortunately. She ends up going to prison. Joe ends up dying, and Betty ends off alone. But man, the stories were interesting, and it was a hell of a wild ride. And I hope you guys enjoyed Merc's Music Corner.
That's Merc's Music Corner for you.
That's right.
It's just another crazy night
in Sunset Boulevard. Damn right.
Boulevard, also on Broadway. Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is in Broadway.
That's right. Megan Thee Stallion is supposed to be throwing it around in a circle for
us. That's right.
She plays Sigler at the Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge, ladies and gentlemen. Go check that out.
Look up all the videos on TikTok.
Maybe she can get a Crunchyroll sponsorship. You never know.
It's already on there. Yeah. Now that she's doing Broadway, she could get an EGOT. You never know.
Oh, but yeah, bro. Of course, it's what they're going for. You know what I'm saying?
Megan Thee Stallion is everywhere.
Yeah.
She saved K-pop. She saved anime. And now she's saving Broadway.
I don't know if it's saving.
One twerk at a time.
Broadway never dies, baby. There can be a war, a Great Depression, or housing market crash, baby. But all Broadway always comes back.
If anything, it's just another
Another
night.
day. And Sunset Boulevard. All right, guys. Suki, what are your thoughts on Sunset? Well, we'll get on the next one. Anyway, guys, this has been one of your hosts. It's your boy, Merk. Please make sure you guys are following us on all of our social medias at WBM_podcast on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that jazz.
That's right, y'all. Like you say, YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon Podcast, and Spotify.
And as always, check out the website, WBMpodcast.com. You'll see a full library of our episodes. Also, a link to support the show. If you like what we do, please support the show.
That's right.
Oh, this is your boy Oski in the mix.
In the mix.
In the mix. And don't forget,
X-Fan.
that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We hope you enjoyed our episode, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
We out. What?